Okay, so we are beginning our online international education fair and the webinar is about to start. I can see we have about 100 students. I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope this is going to be a useful information when you're going to be attending till the end of the webinar. You will be able to learn about the scholarships, application fee waivers, the COVID-19 updates, and many more. So watch till the end and ask any question that you have. I hope it's going to be worth. Thanks.
Well, welcome everyone. Greetings out there in the virtual world. I'm once again, thank you for having me here, and I'm really excited to talk about one of the universities that I work really closely with and have been for some time. My name is Andrew Yang, and I'm the program sales manager for South Asia. So I work a lot with students from the South Asia region and assisting them with, once again, applications, submissions, and a variety of questions that a student might have. So I'll walk through these slides with you to give you more of insight about my universities, what is entry requirements, what programs are available, and hopefully do justice in showing you exactly what makes CSU so great and why is this an ideal destination for you as an international student. So here I'm going to go quickly over introductions, program costs, tuition, etc. Okay. One of the things just about a university as well, I would say key factors in. We are home to about 17,000 plus students. And one thing great about that, it just shows that I would say how well respected CSU is, not just domestically, but internationally, but also the access that students have, hence why they're choosing to opt in and study at our university. So within the number of 17,000 plus, we have 1,400 students who are actually also, just like yourselves, from overseas countries. One of the things about the CSU as well is that we're a top tier ranked university, in particular with engineering. So I know a lot of students are looking to pursue a degree in the IT industry as well. Sorry, 1 second. I think I'm losing 1 second. Sorry, I just lost service for a second. Okay, sorry. Apologies. Sorry guys, IT issues. So I'm gonna be going over introductions about the program, tuition costs, and then lead on into Q&A. Okay. All right. So this slide will give you a little bit of example exactly into, well, what are some of the perks of studying at Cleveland. So we have about 3,000 plus students enrolled in internships every single year. So one of the things that is really crucial for a graduate student is not only having an amazing academic experience and exposure, besides theoretical base, also hands-on experiential learning. And that's one of the key components that we work really hard, especially within CSU, is to make sure that students are able to access co-ops, internships, and then OPT placements. So besides a really affordable tuition standpoint, which you will see as well, we also are ranked number 16 for most affordable cities. Okay. So one thing why that's really important, especially in the United States, is not just tuition that students will have to budget for, but it's also accommodation costs, amenities, auxiliary services, dining, all of those. And that's one thing why I would say CSU and Cleveland is an ideal destination. So we're home to over 27 plus Fortune 500 companies within the state of Ohio. So Cleveland is the second largest city in Ohio, for any of you who might not have been visited Ohio yet. And within Cleveland, the city itself, we have 8 Fortune 500 companies. So within the city, it's great, I would say, for students for a commute perspective. We're an urban campus. So one thing great about it is that students do not have to, one, purchase cars and travel and have added cost. We have a really widely used public transportation system. So these are some of the companies that a lot of my students are able to secure partnerships with, or have done research collaborations with, or even, once again, placements. So one thing great about Cleveland is that we have a direct tie-up with the Greater Cleveland Partnership, which is comprised of all various companies that are geared towards, once again, hiring individuals with STEM backgrounds and providing opportunities for CSU students. Okay. So listed on this slide, this is an example of exactly, well, what are the majors that students might be looking to pursue at our university. These are all STEM designated courses. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Essentially, what that means is once a student graduates, they're able to work up to 3 years in the United States. Okay. So within the College of Business, we have an MIS, Information Systems program, and then the rest listed here is within the College of Engineering. Computer science, engineering mechanics, software engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, environmental engineering, biomedical engineering, and chemical engineering. Okay. So this is a brief overview on the general, I would say, entry requirements that are required for a student. Okay. For an English component, yes, English is required for all international students. We're looking at an IELTS score of about 6 overall, with no subscore below 5.0. For TOEFL, we're looking at about 78, with no part or subscore below 17. And we also accept Duolingo as well as ITAP. So for ITAP, which stands for International Testing for English Placement, it is acceptable at CSU, as well as Duolingo with a minimum score of 100. For your GPA component, if you are from a tier 1 or tier 2 university, we'll accept minimum score. Once again, it's good to have better, right? 50 out of 100, 6 out of 10. And for tier 3 university, we're looking at about 55 out of 100 or 6.5 out of 10. I always tell students, if you're not sure if your university is tier 1, tier 2, or 3, I would say shoot to have about 55 or 6.5. If you're on the borderline or a little bit lower, we can work with your counselors to see exactly where does your university fall within the tier acceptable system, and then we can look into your overall admission. At CSU, we accept 16 year of education only. So if you have a 3-year degree, it is not considered an equivalent. Okay. We do not have any backlog criteria. So if you might have had some backlogs in your first year, your second year, etc., it is fine. There is no backlog criteria. I just ask that prior to arrival, you brush up on those skills so that you are academically successful once your classes begin. We do have scholarships available. Right now, we actually have scholarships open for the fall semester. We also have some scholarships available for the summer. We actually have 2 majors that are currently still open for admission for the summer. So if you are 1A looking to have classes at CSU in either computer science or information systems, we are actually still accepting applications in. We do have a capped space of 50, and those seats are filling up quite quickly. So if you're interested, please do not, I would say, prolong your wait time. Reach out to your counselors as soon as possible for your entry into CSU. So scholarships can range generally from, I would say, 0 to 2,000. It really depends on your overall profile as well as the intake. So once again, for summer, we actually have one of the highest scholarships allocated out. So please connect with your counselors. Okay. If you're interested in MIS, degree in MIS, information systems, once again, most universities as well as majors, especially from a higher education standpoint, will offer students 2 components, either thesis or not thesis. If you're looking to do, I would say, research in depth or looking to pursue a PhD post-graduation of your master's, most students generally will incline towards a thesis component. You don't have to decide prior to arrival. Generally, most students will decide after their first semester or even after their second semester as well. So listed over here is an estimated, I would say, tuition cost just for your awareness. Once again, you'll pay tuition semester by semester. So this is a breakdown of what the semester cost would be. Once again, if you're looking to study in the summer, whether it's information systems or computer systems, this tuition will actually be reduced as we have a higher cap for tuition in the summer, okay, for scholarships. But you're looking at an overall cost of about 35 to 38,000 and some change for your whole total degree. And then once you finish, once again, you have that 3-year eligibility for your OPT. And most of my students that graduate from CSU are generally able to pay off their education loans that they procure prior to arrival within about, I would say, about 6 to 7 months post-graduation once they have employment. These are all the engineering components and majors that are available currently. So I just want you to all take a look at this. And once again, I can share this out with your counselors. tuition cost per semester for School of Engineering, you're looking at a tuition cost about $9,980 per semester. And then obviously second semester dependent on how many credits you'll be taking. So for computer science estimated tuition cost, you're looking at around 32 to about 33,000. Once again, computer science is offered in the summer. So please, if you're interested, whether you are thinking for fall, but if you've already graduated, you have all your documents, then I would recommend applying once again for summer. One reason being you're just paying tuition, you're studying classes, you're learning from the CSU faculty as if you arrived on campus in the summer. And when you go for your visa interview in the fall, you can also provide proof that one, you are a genuine student, as well as I would say save costs because you will not be spending money on housing or tuition, sorry, housing or meals or insurance in your summer semester if you are studying remotely. So one of the things that a lot of students have asked me are things like, is Gmat or GRE required? I know a lot of universities currently, are flexible in this current standpoint with everything going on in the world. So as you can see here, for computer science, a lot of the majors listed here do not require the GRE, so that is not an issue. However, for biomedical and chemical, those are the only two majors within the School of Engineering that will still require a GRE. So if you're interested in those majors, I just listed here one of the bare minimum requirements. Your quant score will need to be in the 70th percentile with analytical writing 3.5, and chemical engineering will require at least 80th. There is little flexibility in that. So once again, as mentioned, summer classes will begin on May 18, and the deadlines, I would say it's once the cap is filled. So please make sure if you're interested in the summer program to reach out to your counselors as soon as possible. Once again, students will be taught I would say a range of 6 to 9 credits. The US is a credit system, so 2 to 3 classes contingent on your prereq completion. And they'll all be taught by the CSU faculty. You can already get exposure to the faculty prior to arrival, and you build up that rapport and connections. The deadlines for fall 2020 will be July 21st for application deadlines and students arriving on campus on August 17th. So I've also listed some of the application requirements for you to submit. These are the documents that you will need to submit to your counselors. Your language proficiency score, your scorecards for IELTS, TOEFL, ITEP, Duolingo, etc. Your proof of graduation or provisional degree certificate, your academic transcripts, GRE if you're looking for medical or biomedical or chemical engineering major, and the list goes on from passports, I-20 forms, etc. Okay. I'll stop sharing my screen.
So this brings us to the end of the webinar. I hope the information that you have gained today is going to be useful for you for making an application to the university. If you still have any question or any query about applying to the university, then you contact one of the study metro representative. Thank you so much again for joining this webinar. Have a good one.